Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Growing Clip Bonsai for Seniors. My name's Tom Novak. Today is September 12th of 2023. It's Tuesday. It's 64 degrees Fahrenheit or 18 degrees Celsius at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. Today we're working on a Gleditsia Triacanthos, or a Honeylocust. That's the Latin name. Honeylocust is like zones 4 to 7. Their pH ranges from 6 to 8. They like full sun, but I see them growing in some, the seedlings, the small sprouts coming up in partial shade. Borers, they're not subject to it at all. Salt tolerance, and it will grow in adverse conditions. Now the ones I got are not from seed, but if that's the ground level, there's a Honeylocust, the main trunk, and under the ground has its root system, and up sprouting was these little trees that I found. So I was able to dig 3 of them out without too much damaging to the roots. One has a lot of roots on it, and one just the root system. So let's see if we can grow them. I also have the Honeylocust seed pods, so we can try that to plant them in the fall to see how they take. But I'm going to use a mix of that I used yesterday, if I can find it. Here we go. It's 4 parts cactus mix, 1 part 1 casting, 5 parts perlite. And of course I'm going to use Honeylocust to get these, to see if I can get this growing. I don't know if they'll take, but hey, we experiment. No, if you don't try, you don't know. So I washed this old pot out real good. I saved the screen. It's inside. So let's put that there. I found a good old rock. We'll see how that fits into it. There was 3 of them that I found, so let's see how they'll work out. So, let me get my mix. And that's how my mix looks. So we're just going to spread it in. Now the trees are small, so I'm going to try and spread them out and see what grows. Okay, here's my spray gun, Mr. Spray. There we go. Just hit it in. Get it good and moist so the roots know where the moisture's at. And then I'll put it in a nice shady location to see if they'll take. Because they were growing in like a dappled shade, whatever shade came through the root system, through the canopy. So here are the trees. Let me get it out. Here's one. You can see how it was attached to the root system. Here's another one that was attached to the root system, but also has some feeder roots on it. So that's good. And here's another one with a couple of feeder roots on it. So let's see if we can grow it. And you can see how it's growing tilted. So if I put it in here, but I'd have to mound it, the soil a little bit, because the root has a hump on it. And we'll just spray bottle. There you go. I should leave it up. Let's see if you can see it better. You pull the camera down a little more. I'm just going to hit the hump and put the root on it. That's not enough, Tom. Get it in there. I'll put the bigger tree in the back so it's growing back more. Mr. Elephant can hold it up. Now this one has a nice wide root system, so I'm going to take some more soil and maybe I can put it like about here. Put the root system that way because they're all growing this way, so it's like a windswept. And this one here has a nice root system. It's a small one. So we're going to put that in there on the top. But first, get it situated like this. There. Now, I'm going to give the soil a spritz. And since the roots are exposed, like our micos to help these trees get established. So fingers crossed that they'll get established. So you can always pick these out. I'm going to say, Tom, where'd you get them? Well, I got them around the churchyard, because when they come to cut the grass, this will be all, they'll be all cut to pieces. So saving them the best I can. Okay, let's get that off. Get that off. Get it into the soil. Okay, let's close our bag of micos so we don't get no moisture in there. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do to save a tree. So don't worry about it. I mean, they're gonna cut it anyway. They're gonna all be lopped off. So you gotta do your best to save a couple. So now I'm going to put the soil on top, just like that. Get my Mr. Spoon out. And we're just going to carefully go to Mr. Elephant's truck and put the soil there. So you never know what we're going to get out of stuff. You never know. You don't know until you try. Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Maybe the one with the feeder roots will take over. I don't know, but we'll give it a shot. So now we'll just get them in. Like that. Get this in. Now we'll give it a good spritz. There we go. Now take our fingers and push the soil in. That'll get the soil in a little deeper. There we go. They're almost like a windswept look. So what I'll do is I'll put the pot this way so the sun hits it this way, and keep the trees flowing this way. And that'll give us a nice windswept look. And that's done without wiring. See, these were picked without wiring. So I don't believe in wiring, but people that do it, they do a mighty fine job doing it. I like just to grow them naturally. I mean, what are you going to do? I like to see the way trees grow in nature. But some people that do the wiring are very good, very good. I mean, they make some excellent trees. So, just like that. Now, let's see if we can get our rock here and put it in between. Let's give it another spritz. I'm going to say, Tom, the rock looks like it's growing on top of the soil. Sure it does. But that's why I got my 50-50 mix of peat and torpedo sand. Let's water this in. There we go. You're going to say, Tom, well, the micos is going to wash out. No, because it's the beneficial bacteria is encapsulated. I don't know how they do it, but they do it. And it'll stay in there. Now you can see how the water's draining. This will be our front. The trees are this way, so let's let them grow that way. That's the way they were growing. So we'll get our spoon out. Close it. You're going to say, Tom, you did it in the afternoon. Well, I dug it out in the afternoon when I was walking my dogs. So, and it's a nice cool day. This was growing in dappled shade, so it wasn't under stress. The only stress it got is when I dug it out. So I'm just going to put some of our mix in there. You can say, what's the 50-50 mix? There it is. It's just torpedo sand and peat moss. Put it around. dress it up. There we go. Just like that. There. You see, Tom, it's a little deep. All the roots were deep. They wouldn't have much, so I had to really... I tried a couple, but they wouldn't come out because the roots were so deep that they were growing out of. I mean, they were about that deep. I tried to slice around, but they wouldn't come. But these three came out pretty good. We just put a little more soil there. Get our spray bottle out. There we go. And I got a little bit of a hole there, so maybe I can just get some more sand in there, mix. Get it in there, see what happens. Wash it in real good. There we go. Give the foliage a good spray. Now you can see where it was cut before on this one. And it sprouted from the bottom. I don't know if you can see that cut. I'm going to take my small shears and cut it to the back here. There we go. My small scissors. And we're just going to really rinse it in, rinse it in. I'll put it in a nice semi-shaded condition, location. Get our rock all washed off real nice. You're going to say, Tom, there's something missing here. Right here, I know. But right now I got a long branch here. I'm going to cut that off. And I think I'm going to cut this one back a little bit to here. Cut these branches in half because I don't know how much root was on there. Take this one back to there. If you can, Mr. Spray Bottle's in the way. All I'm doing is cutting back the branches a little bit so it doesn't, so the roots can get adapted and not, the tree doesn't lose a lot of moisture. There's another long root here. There we go. And this one had the most roots on it, so we're going to leave that one and see what happens. Now, what else can we do? Okay. It's fall. So we're going to get Mr. Squirrel, a little squirrel, Hobby Lobby. Now they got some good sales on fall items. 40% off on the fall items, and the Christmas items are 50% off. So if you really want some Christmas stuff and get a handle on it, on the crafts and stuff, go there now because they got some good sales. So let's see, let's put Mr. Squirrel this way. And he's got a little leaf on his tail. Let's get that off him. There we go. And there's our tree. Get my napkin. Yes, I brought some napkins this time. I don't want the moms telling me, hey, you're teaching the kids how to wipe their hands in their pants. For adults, it's all right. We always got our old clothes on, but kids like to play in the soil and stuff, and they use their good pants to play in. So there we go. There's our little forest. Maybe it'll take. I have no idea, but it's got a nice windswept look the way it was growing and the way it was knocked down by the lawnmower. So if they grow, we can always, if the seeds take, we can always cut it back to here or back to here so it comes out this way more. Well, let's see if it takes first, these roots that I found. So, you know what today is? Today's Tuesday. Cup of tea. Put on some old detective shows like Gangbusters or Mr. and Mrs. North or The Thin Man. What else? I can't remember. Oh yeah, good old Sherlock Holmes. cup of tea, Sherlock Holmes, or one of your old-time favorite radio detective shows. You take care, everybody, and have a good day.